What's up, guys? Pro Killer 242 here, and I'm here with my first video of Destiny tips and tricks for Black Shield, which is really a really good map. What I used, well, it's like good for close range and far range. What I used was Drake's Promise. I switched up a bit too with Icebreaker, my Ill Will, which has a lot of impact. My Titanium Orchid. I use Night Stalker and Golden Gun. Now, I would recommend if you're a hunter. I feel like that Golden Gun would do way better than Tether, unless if they're using Stormcaller and Sunbreaker. Then I would, or a self res. Then yeah, I would use a Tether. And for like warlocks, it would either be self-res or self-res or Nova. For Titan, it would have to be really useful for bubble, because you could just like pop your super on heavy, and Sunbreaker. There's some head glitch spots, which really helps a lot if you guys are really in for a desperate win. And what else? There's something else I have to say. Oh yeah. Alright. And for like tactics, I'd recommend, I feel like that close being up and personal would be really good. And like there's also, if you're a Titan and you're using Slam, Slam is good too with your lightning grenades. I would recommend for you to make it all the way in front of the door, you know, like past your door where you go through, and then just throw your lightning grenade. For weapons, I would either use Last Word, a scout rifle, a pulse rifle too, and even a hand cannon. Eye rifles, I can't really see it, but people would still use it and get kills. Now, for specials, I would either use a sidearm, any sidearm that has good perks. But if you have a Trespasser or a Jack's Promise, I would use those two. But between Dregs and Trespasser, I would use that Trespasser. Icebreaker is really good, especially for what they did with the special. Shotguns, I wouldn't really use it unless you're rocking with a universal. Then that's okay. Oh, and make sure that you use the right armor too for your subclass. Because when I switched to my Void, I quickly got to my armor and used Void armor, because it increased the armor when using a voice-based subclass, so that helps a lot. And sidearm ammo, which is really decent. For your intellect, me and my teammates, we focus on our supers a lot, so make sure to have that intellect up. I would recommend that. Same with your discipline. Intellect and discipline would be important for this map, because grenades and your supers are really going to be important. And yeah, now let's talk about the subclass. Say if you're a hunter like me, I'm only going to do the hunters because I don't know like all the other subclass perks by heart. If you're for a hunter, I would obviously use spike grenades and envenom with either triple jump or better control, depends on what you play with. Don't use quiver, use black hole. Make sure that you have Path of the Unknown locked down, and Shade Step would be good, but if you have the helmet, then I would use a Keen Scout. If you're rocking with a Golden Gun, I'd recommend you to use incendiary grenades and triple jump. With a gunfighter, incendiary blade, because it does burn damage when you hit them. Path of the Unknown, because you'll really need recovery and toughness. Don't worry about agility, because if you have a Titan with bubble, you'll be good for heavy. For Scavenger, you pick up ammo. Picking up ammo reduces the cooldown of your grenade and throwing knife, which is really good. Unless if you're using an icebreaker like I was, then I would either use then I would either use Keyhole, Way of the Fearless, Over the Horizon. I mean, not Over the Horizon, Gambler's Dagger for that extra knife. Extra. I mean, extra. For Blade Dancer, I would use. Ooh, not Flux. I would either use Arc. Well, if you're good at sticking, then use Flux. Arc Bolt. If you have the skip grenade armor piece that makes it do double damage, I would use skip grenades, cause that would really help. And we got our asses kicked with it too. Better control. Don't use blink. Don't use it. Trust me, cause when the patch happened, when you used your blink, you can't see your radar for like a few seconds. And to me, I would use Razor's Edge. I'm kind of using a PvE since I didn't even touch Blade yet. Backstab can help, but I believe Fast Twitch would be better to use. Path of Known, you need that when you're using your blade. Fleet-footed, I would use that, to be honest. With the Drifter on all attributes, that's obvious. And Hungering Blade to get that heals, but you know, that doesn't work well. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys take this video to be helpful. Hope you guys get a good flawless and enjoy the week. I'll see you guys later.